You're listening to Sheep, where we put the funny back into the news. I'm Andrew Bolton, and with me, as always, my fellow sheepolite, Mel Fessenden. All right, and we are back with another episode.
Hello, hello, everyone. It is me, Mel Bolton.
And it is I, Andrew Bolton. And together we are the Sheep. Wow. I went kind of Zorro-esque, and you went a little Pocahontas-y.
I only heard a whisper from you. I had no idea what you did.
That is how the Zorro sings.
Yeah.
It's it's whispery.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty, guys. Well, I hope you guys had a good 4th of July.
Yeah, we did.
Yes, our dog panics from fireworks, so we had to stay at home and comfort her all day. So we didn't have to see anybody. It was lovely.
Greatest excuse in the world. Accepted everywhere.
Yeah, if you're an introvert, get a dog that's a little manic. You have an excuse for everything.
Or just tell them it is.
Oh, right. You could just lie, too.
Yeah.
But if you're a truthful introvert, get a dog that's a little manic.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, enough jibber-jabbering. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's get right into it.
What you got for us today?
Oh, boy, do I have something. That's it, though.
Oh.
All right, so Florida man's defense for killing neighbors. What? It's an animal.
Cat.
Rooster.
Oh. That's a new one.
Yeah, right? That's why.
Yeah, all right.
July 5th.
Can I take a jab at what it was for? What did the rooster do?
Cross the road. Yeah. No, the guy says, quote, I was fearing for my safety.
Oh.
So he's making it sound like the rooster is a fighting animal.
Okay. I thought it was just because he kept waking him up in the morning. You know?
Oh, yeah, that would make the cock-a-doodle-doodly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make the most sense, I think.
Okay, so an aggressive rooster. Actually, New York had that problem for a little bit there.
What?
Yeah.
Are you okay, go.
New York City itself, they were there was a few streets there that was being roamed by a group of roosters and chickens.
No, there was.
Yeah, no, they kind of just flew around and they were really mean.
Well, now I know you're lying because roosters don't fly.
Yeah, but they can lift themselves up to get over a fence and hover back down. Like they handle the city. They're city roosters.
If I saw a rooster flying, I'd be like, that's a UFO. I don't know what the hell that is.
No, but they can lift themselves up to get over a fence.
Okay. And so, really, when was this?
It was beginning of the pandemic.
Oh,
yeah. Okay.
I'll bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. Man, somebody should make a cartoon movie about that. I bet it would be awesome.
I think we did a story on it, honestly.
I think an animated film of gangs of roosters at the beginning of COVID would be a great premise. Mm-hmm. Anyways, somebody out there, go for it.
So this man had his own...
Oh, right. So we haven't even started the story.
Mm-hmm.
So he killed a rooster, his neighbors. And a feud between the Florida neighbors over a dead rooster has gone viral over the accused chicken's killers accused for the slaughter that he was acting in self-defense.
Yeah, could be.
I bite.
I heard turkeys are really mean in some places.
There's cockfights.
Yeah.
That's
a real thing.
I've definitely read a story or two about a cockfight being broken up and then somebody's getting killed by the cockfight.
Oh, yeah, because they get that vein in the neck. I think that was one of them that accidentally happened.
I think it was the femoral artery in the thigh, and I have no idea if it's in the thigh. I think it is. It was whatever artery was in the thigh. I think it's femoral.
That is Achilles.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened. He Kill-Billed him. So, James Nix is the man. He's 54 years old from Jacksonville. And he spent 30 hours in jail following his arrest in the incident last month that's left his neighbor's rooster dead. But he maintains he was only doing it in self-defense. Wow, that's all you've got.
Well, I'm just... how many months did you say?
No, 30 hours.
Oh, 30 hours. Oh, okay. I thought it was...
My throat made a noise. Excuse me, guys. My throat has something to say.
Inside. Okay. 30 hours isn't that bad. If anything, I'm surprised they're even raising a fuss about it.
Yeah, so I'm defending myself, Nix told the station. I was fearing for my safety, and the chicken died.
I mean, I've seen people react very strongly to birds flapping around them. And I could see someone reacting with a shovel or whatever they can grab and just swinging it a bunch of times. And then once they get the bird down, they're just panicked and they just keep swinging.
Yeah, you think would you be a keep swinging?
I don't think so. Not unless like it had like really gone after me, especially around my face.
Okay.
That would really freak me out. And yeah. But I don't think I would be the type of person that just keeps hitting them over and over again. So
you're going to be the type of person that when they turn their back, that's when they get attacked again.
No, but for like a small
There's only
bird,
two types of people. Those two.
But for a larger bird. But for a bird, I wouldn't be too worried about it getting back up.
But a human who attacked you,
yeah,
keep swinging.
I might, yeah. Just to, I don't know what they got going on. It's who knows? They could have.
Yeah, I agree.
Could be the first zombie. I don't know.
Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's not your fault they attacked you. So Nick said he grabbed a nearby stick and accidentally, quotes, hit the rooster owned by neighbor Jason Defilis in the head, killing the man's beloved pet. I mean, that's kind of your own fault for getting a rooster that's a pet. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I think it depends on if he did this on his own yard or if he did it on the rooster's owner's yard. Okay, yeah. Did he go on his? It hasn't said it, so I feel like
I assume it was on his own land because I think they would have brought that up.
Yeah, call it a lucky shot. Whatever, Nix told the station. He does not care. So Defilis, who lives across the street, later came home and found his rooster dead after the animal didn't greet him as usual. Oh, that's a sad thing to say. Yeah, never mind. That hurts. It wasn't like 4 days later. Then I would have been like, oh, you can't care about this rooster. But he's like, it didn't greet me. I'm like, that's a little sad. That is a little sad.
Like, I've seen people see their birds and other animals that aren't usually the best friend of the household.
Yeah, it's a different type of love.
It is. I won't understand it. I've had parakeets. They were just annoying.
Right.
And a rooster's just a really big parakeet.
What happened to those parakeets, by the way?
There's the skeleton in my family's closet. Oh, yeah? We don't know who done it. But I have a rather large family. 4 boys, 1 girl. And my little brother had some parakeets. Anyways, what we would do is we'd bring them out on the back porch, which was screened in, to let them be outside their cage and fly around. And their wings were clipped. So that's we adopted them, so we didn't partake. It wasn't your fault at all. Yeah, it was. We went to.
We adopted a child soldier. We didn't raise him to be this violent. We're sorry. That's what you're saying.
My family's a bunch of bleeding hearts for animals, and so we went to the Petco just to look around. That's what we used to tell ourselves. We're just looking around, and they had some free parakeets that someone had brought back to the pet store.
Somebody had brought them back?
Yeah, and a guinea pig too. I think we picked up both.
Wow. Big day. So anyways, what happened to the parakeets?
So someone put them out on the back porch to enjoy the day. I don't even know who put them out there.
Right.
But also, maybe on purpose, maybe by accident, they left the screen door that leads to the outside of the porch open. Mm-hmm. So when the person who got home next looked outside, there was no parakeets anywhere, and they were gone. Anyways. So we're just not sure if
you have no idea.
And if there was a plan behind it.
I have another question. You used to have a pet guinea pig named Spike, right?
I did. He was awesome.
And what did you do a lot of the time?
I left him outside in the vegetable garden.
So, but this wasn't you,
because it was a haven.
But you weren't the one that. Let the parakeets go.
I did not do it to the parakeets. I will take a lie detector test. I know they're not the most reliable, but at least.
No. Hey, your mom asked me to ask. That's all. Anyways, let's get back to the story.
Okay.
So, then I went in Nix's yard and yelled at him, and he finally came out and said he killed him, Defilis recalled. Devlis called the sheriff's office, and Nix was later arrested on charges of aggravated animal cruelty. Huh. I guess if you're in a panic like that, I would have liked a note. When you kill somebody's animal.
Yeah, it's one thing if you took one swing at him,
but to let him,
I accidentally killed him.
Yeah, but to let him find the body, and I can understand why this guy was in a bit of a shock or a rage.
Yeah, and once his first conclusion is brought into his head, it's going to be hard to change his mind.
Yeah, you can never change an angry person's mind.
That being said, putting that into words would have been a really bad note.
Yeah, imagine the dispatcher's call. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Defilis called the sheriff's office, and Nix was later arrested. 4 children told Defilis that Nix beat the animal with a steel pole. Okay, so there was children watching it. Witness said they never previously saw the rooster attack anyone, according to the station.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of people that are just deathly afraid of birds.
Yeah, but if it was your neighbor and you're the bird. But also, witnesses said they never previously saw the rooster attack anyone. That's a weird way of saying it might have attacked him, because they never saw the bird attack before.
Yeah, the author of this article could have picked that line, but I think they would have mentioned if there were rumors of the rooster attacking someone.
I see.
Yeah.
Well, anyways, this is why I chose this article for this man's response.
Okay.
You ready? So Nix, meanwhile, said he was dumbfounded by his arrest, insisting that countless chickens are served up by restaurants daily. Here he goes.
Okay.
Next thing you know, he calls the chicken police on me, Nix told Action News. Chickens die every day, people. At churches, Popeyes, and Kentucky Fried Chicken. Really? It's true.
Interesting angle for your argument, sir. I think, unfortunately, this man has proclaimed this animal a pet. And once it's proclaimed a pet...
So pet supersedes chicken.
Yep.
Okay, question. You're on a deserted island with you, your dog, this man, and his chicken.
You eat the chicken.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, no, I'm not defending it in the least. I just don't think the world's going to come to...
that scenario.
Yeah, they're not going to come to his defense.
I see. Okay. So Nix was checking his mail when the rooster allegedly pounced. He didn't know how else to react aside from leaving the scene last month, he admitted. He says, I didn't know to give it a 21-gun salute, he said. CPR? Mouth to mouth, Or call the chicken ambulance?
He's awfully cocky, dare I say.
Yeah, he's a little arrogant. He's funny.
For someone who just overly beat a bird to death with a bat.
That just goes to show you what men are. We feel a power when we kill another animal. Oh, yeah.
Dominated.
Yeah, I didn't feel that way. I felt really horrible.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you accidentally killed a spider.
Yeah.
You did feel really bad.
Okay, not that bad, though, guys.
That's when I knew.
I was pretty... I mean, it was like tipping my hat to a fellow warrior. That's what it was like. Yeah. This one's for you. It was a good battle. You didn't deserve that. All right. Anyways, moving on.
Yeah.
All right, to a touchy subject. You ready?
All right.
Okay. Second place skateboarder opposes trans competitors. Calls it unfair.
Oh, skateboarding, huh?
So first, so it's skateboarding this time. So do you feel like... So for me, I feel like skateboarding, when you go just strictly men versus women, I would say it's one of the sports that probably doesn't have a huge gap.
That's what I was thinking as well.
In skill level. I still think that there is a skill gap because men just can naturally jump higher, which means they can get bigger air. Yeah, so they have more mass, so they are generating more...
So they can be more technical on a lot of things.
Force. Well, it just gives them more time in the air to do stuff.
Yeah. So I do think there is still somewhat of a gap there.
But would I say it's massive?
No.
Compared to other sports? No.
I think in this sense that since the gap does exist...
Only on skinny girls. So competitive...
Bad.
What? So, anyways, let's get to the story.
Okay.
Competitive skateboarder Taylor Silverman said in a new interview that the 29-year-old transgender competitor who won a recent tournament against girls as young as 10 should not be allowed in the women's division. Huh. I'm a little bit... Is this a contest for all ages? Or are they just trying to make it sound like this person's horrible for going up against a 10-year-old?
I guess. Yeah. Yeah, maybe they're just trying to put the ultimate spin on it.
Is this 29-year-old a horrible person, or is this 10-year-old amazing?
I guess this 10-year-old's probably just amazing.
I think that's probably more of what it is.
I don't know. Let's not shine the light on what the 11-year-old has done well.
Yeah. Now I feel worse about myself. So, Ricky Trace, I think, a transgender woman, captured the Border Open after vanquishing second-place finisher Shiloh Katori 13 of Florida last weekend. Now I'm not so sure.
Oh, 13. Wow. Yeah. What I could say we could do is look at the she-he's past.
The she-he's?
Is that a bad thing to say?
I don't know. Say whatever you want.
I don't know anymore.
That's always been a good one. You're so full of it.
You never let me know. Is it a transgender to female then?
Yeah, transgender woman. So it's a male to female.
That's fair. I should have put 2 and 2 together.
Yeah, nobody's complaining about a female to male winning all these things. Well, now they would be. They're like, you're a dude. What are you doing competing with us?
Yeah. Shoot. I don't know.
All right. Noted. So Silverman told Fox News on Friday that most female skateboarders are privately angry over Trace's participation in the event, but are afraid to voice their objections for fear of backlash. Who's this? Who's Silverman again? Skateboarder Silverman in a new interview. Oh yeah. So she's one of the skateboarders. Yeah,
I do remember my previous thought.
Go for it.
Oh, you just have to look at the transgender's previous record to see how they did when they used to be in the male contests.
Wow. Yeah, I guess that's fair. I don't know if they did do that.
Yeah.
So, Silverman told Fox News, there's a male in the women's division, and that's what's unfair here, Silverman told the news outlet. Wow. See? Doesn't even care anymore. So Trace appeared unbothered by the scrutiny of her victory, telling the Daily Mail this week that she didn't hesitate to apply competitive pressure to her younger rivals. Screw those
You're
girls.
going to learn from this.
Yeah, you're going to screw you girls. You're going down. So I'm not going to go and be easy on them because they're kids, the Navy veteran said. Yeah, this is war. War is hell. You're like, Jesus.
The fact that this is like a 13-year-old too.
Well, this is the 29-year-old.
Oh, okay. No, I thought they were saying it to the 13-year-old.
No, well, he was saying, damn it. It was me too. I did it too. She said, what is it? She was saying this to the Daily Mail. Yeah. So she also downplayed the possibility that she enjoyed any inherent advantages. Well, of course, that's what you would say, though.
Yeah, you got to deny.
Yeah, you can't say that. Yeah, I do. So Trace argued that the skateboarding success hinges more on determination and skill rather than physical prowess. I'd probably agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's why I think the gap is a little bit smaller than some other sports.
But does twice the physical prowess... Because you are twice as athletic as a 13-year-old girl.
Mm-hmm.
How much physical prowess, how much determination and skill hinges on physical prowess? You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. I think it's even if you just look at the heart, men's hearts are bigger, so they pump more oxygen to their veins. So even on a basic longer. Cellular level, yeah.
So, look at me. I'm not buff or anything, Trace told the outlet. And I don't think skateboarding has anything to do with physicality, especially when you look at kids these days. So, yeah. Using the children. Good move.
Wow, here's this person's just like, no, I'm gonna push him forward, and they dissing him at the same time.
Yeah. So Silverman noted that an increasing number of transgender competitors have been entering and winning skateboarding events. This happened to me on 3 separate occasions, 2 of which I placed second, she said. There are several skaters doing this in skateboarding. Yeah. So Katori, however, said she did not have a problem losing to Trace in an Instagram post and said she was concerned about the welfare after the event drew backlash. Well, that's a very politically correct thing to do there, Katori.
Yeah. I think it's, I, for one, do not stand by this. I don't stand by any transgender mixing into the female sports and vice versa, just because I think that's fair. I don't think a girl changed. Well, if a girl changed to a guy and went into all the male sports, I don't think there would be as much of a shock factor, just because I don't think they would steal all the top records. Whereas if a guy,
right, it's different.
yeah, that's all.
Yeah, very eloquently put.
Sure.
All right, moving on. So, nurse suspended after relationship with highly vulnerable psych patient.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is Harley Quinn and the Joker.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
I've heard of a few nurses that do this.
Yeah, do you think it's like a healing thing? Do they get is it like do they get a love attachment?
No, I think that they just grow addicted to the fact that someone's dependent on them, and then that they go down that path, and I think it grows into something dark.
So do you think they would be really great moms in the future then? Because they love that thing that depends on them?
I mean, I could see it working out, but I could also see, her going crazy and then realizing the kids are taking too much of his attention away from her, and then she does something crazy. Dark. Yeah. That's that dark path I was talking about.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Terrifying. Quit making eye contact. Good Lord. Oh, that was spooky. I was in a trance.
Mm-hmm.
So, a psychiatric nurse has been suspended, and she even is one. So it's not even like a nurse who just like wandered into the psych ward.
Oh, yeah.
Because I could see you getting convinced, I wasn't trained for this.
She was just supposed to change the bed sheets.
Yeah.
Given the sponge bath.
But he's been waiting there. Yeah. So a psychiatric nurse has been suspended after she formed a personal and intimate relationship with a highly vulnerable patient and then lied about it to authorities. Well, you can't do that. So Jocelyn Stratton was working in regional Victoria, Australia. Oh, an Aussie girl. When she began a 6-month relationship with a patient under her care.
6 months, huh?
That's pretty long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like that's you would have to mention that to any new boyfriends you have. Like, let's say you get another boyfriend, you're like, oh, so like, what's your dating record? And she's like, you're like, really? You didn't date anybody for 6 months? And he's like, yeah, I was just single the entire time. There's no way you could ever explain that you were.
I mean, you wouldn't have to. You just wouldn't tell him anything.
I didn't like that you knowingly looked at me that way the entire time, and then gave that sort of response.
I do it all the time.
What do I not know about your past? This baffles me. The trance. It's the trance again.
Yeah. So I'm guessing the 6 months it ended was also the end of her job.
Maybe. We don't know yet.
Okay.
So the relationship included regular personal contact, social activities. What? How did you get social activities? Intensely personal text messages using false names. I guess I'm picturing a psych patient as somebody who's like
in a wheelchair.
No, I'm picturing like locked down. I think that's because it's probably my Joker-esque that I've already given this guy.
Yeah, you've already formed your image. I'm seeing...
He doesn't have to be criminally insane. He could just be...
Yeah.
Need a little help.
I'm picturing more of a psych ward that's set up to be like a retirement home type deal, where they have
Oh,
just
nice
all
and
those
plush.
people.
So
Yeah.
he's rich too.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
Oh.
Very well off in my imagination.
Okay, so he inherited some stuff. Okay, let's keep going. Because they never reveal his name, so we have to create a backstory for him.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's see here. Jocelyn Stratton was working in regional Victoria, Australia when she began a 6-month relationship. The relationship included regular personal contact, social activities, intensely personal text messages, using false names, little role play,
Yeah.
and sex. The Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal was told. See, that's how you line a... I always give a lot of these authors flack for not using the most impressive thing at the end. The sex was the most damning thing.
I'm just trying to... I wonder if this patient is still like able to just reside in their residence themselves, because I'm wondering how they go on these personal dates.
Right, that's what I mean. Is
have intercourse. And,
how is he allowed to leave?
Yeah.
Maybe she was like, I'm going to take him out for a walk.
Could be. Gosh, I don't know enough about what happens in a psych ward, and I think that's how they like it.
Yeah, that's probably true. In all fairness, though, we saw what happened with Vicky White. I mean, she was able to walk that other Dylan White.
Yeah, but
right out the gate as a security guard.
But there was no putting him back inside.
No, but the nurse it'd probably be easier as a nurse.
Yeah, exactly. Just tell the guards that it's some official medical issue.
Hey, there's probably not even guards.
I don't know. I feel like a doctor would check in on him. You would hope. But maybe
I feel like the nurses are the ones that do all the work, and the doctors are the...
Yeah, but maybe like a head nurse?
Yeah, maybe a head nurse.
There should have been some sort of boss in charge of this.
Well, that's why it only lasted 6 months. Maybe they were getting caught.
Fair enough.
So, Miss Stratton told her manager her relationship... There we go, manager. Her relationship with the patient had become compromised, sparking an investigation. Oh, so Miss Stratton actually did say something.
Huh.
So she had to come clean before so manager didn't even know what was going on.
Or she did catch her, and she's like, all right, I'm going to come clean.
I'm okay.
Save grace as much as possible.
That's fair.
6 months, she didn't all of a sudden get a conscience.
All right, fair enough. So, but maybe she found a new insane person to love.
Oh, yeah, she had to break things off.
Yeah. Geminis. Can never make up their minds. So, but when interviewed, she lied about the nature of the relationship, its length, and extent of interactions she had with the patient. She said it was a friendship that had ceased, but it was clear the patient was far from accepting that the relationship had to cease. Now, I never trust anybody that uses the same word in one sentence.
Yeah, they're trying to sound smarter than they are.
Yeah. In her latest statement, well, that's not why.
In this case, I think she just likes the sound of deceased.
Oh, in all fairness, though, I'm the moron.
Oh.
There was quotes. The author had used friendship that had ceased, but it was, quote, clear the patient was far from accepting that the relationship had to cease.
Oh, I see.
So in her latest statement to the nursing board, she said when she tried to end the relationship, the patient threatened suicide. Well, what did you think was going to happen?
This is why they say you shouldn't start relationships with your patients.
Yeah, are you out of your mind?
Yeah.
Maybe you should be in there.
Yeah, I think her license needs to be checked.
Yeah, it's just been revoked.
For various reasons. Should have read yourself.
Yeah. Hey, did you have something? Sorry. Oh, I was breathing in to say something, and then you breathed in. I was like, oh, she must have something to say. Okay. Yeah, just why would you even think that he's going to just go, oh, it was fun while it lasted. I really appreciate this, Nurse Stratton. Mm-hmm. You've been a joy to be in a relationship with.
I'm definitely not leaning on this relationship in order to keep my sanity.
I'm going to be using my bin a lot more now. So you have that to look forward to. Is that what it's called?
A bin?
Yeah, the toilet thing that they...
I think they just call it a toilet.
No, not the toilet. The toilet bin that they put in your bed.
Oh, bedpan.
Bedpan, yeah. He's going to start using that a lot more.
Oh, just to mess with her?
Yeah, I would. I'm
going to need a lot of water.
Yeah. I can't control my legs anymore. Yes, you can. You go, I don't know if I can.
That would have been the best.
Yeah. I mean, why would the amount of power that you would give your ex-partner over you by being his psychiatric nurse? My God.
Or maybe that is what happened, and then that's why she went to the head nurse. She's like, I've been compromised.
Yeah. He has way too much power over me. So
that's a whole new meaning in that way.
Yeah, wow. Very impressive job. I don't think this guy, I think he is an evil genius. So let's see here. But when interviewed, she lied about the nature of the relationship, its length, and extent of interactions she had with the patient. She said it was a friendship that had ceased, but it was clear the patient was far from accepting that the relationship had to. In her latest statement to the nursing board, she said when she tried to end the relationship, the patient threatened. I realized I just read all this, but I was reading it so well that I had to keep going.
Well, now it's over.
Yeah.
Ruined it.
Sorry, guys.
I was along for the ride.
Were you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's because you're not paying attention to what I'm saying.
I knew it happened.
Oh, okay. So Miss Stratton's employee accepted her false statements and apology and gave her a warning and an education paper to complete. What?
What? She just got a homework assignment?
Yeah.
That was it?
I want you to color in these spots on where you're not supposed to touch the patient.
Cross out all the hearts you see.
Yeah.
Just the picture of a heart. I realized afterwards she was a doctor. So don't cross out a human's heart.
Oh, right. Yes. Of course. What were you thinking? My God. We could have lost everybody. So let's see here. Education paper complete. But she involved the patient in writing it in what the tribunal deemed an aggravating factor. Why would you help?
So she...
What?
She brought it back to the patients.
This isn't a college paper. You're not trying to think outside the box. Well, I guess in your sense, yeah, you are. Don't go near yours.
I don't know. That sounds... This makes it sound like she can't do anything by herself. I don't know why she would do that. I can't wrap my brain barrier around it.
I really feel like she thought that was like a genius move. She's like, you know what'll really impress them? Us doing it together. You're like, no.
Or do you think she brought it to him just to agitate him more?
Or is he really an evil genius?
That's what I'm wondering.
And she goes, we can't see each other and I have to do this paper now. And he goes, oh, well, let's do the paper together.
Well, this is how I would more hear it is she gets this paper and she's like, what do you want me to put on it? And because she's just become his puppet.
Yeah. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
But she had a moment of, she goes, I can fix this. Oh, damning.
Mm-hmm.
So her employee only learned of the true nature of the relationship when the patient reported it.
Oh, okay.
So the patient goes in and goes, yeah, I'm the one that did that. He got rid of his ex-girlfriend. He dumped her.
Yeah, for her to start this relationship, there was really nowhere to go up but down. There is no good way to get out of this.
I'm starting to think that she was the crazy one and he ended it. Because why else would he go to the manager and say, no, I helped her write it.
Yeah.
And get her in trouble knowing that she can't get in trouble again.
Yeah,
unless he wanted to
weird.
get rid of her. But then, of course, I'm trying to put logic behind...
Yeah, we're putting a lot on this guy that we know nothing about.
I'm putting a lot of logic behind, somebody in a mental ward.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Yeah, it's definitely a Mr. Glass type character, for sure.
But that doesn't mean that they're not logical. I'm just saying.
Yeah, if only, and I know why the article wouldn't include why he was there, but I want to know what his ailment was.
Yeah.
To be able to kind of at least picture what kind of mindset he would have.
Being one slick bastard.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Biggest downfall.
Yeah.
Can't help himself.
He goes, I've done this with all the nurses. You're the only one that got caught. Yeah. He's like,
you need to let go.
Yeah.
It's time for my nurse change.
Yeah. Nurse, not you. Go.
Yeah, just
other
pushing
nurse.
the help button.
Yeah.
Not you today either.
Yeah.
Help.
This guy's good. He's living the life. So, In short, she lied about the nature, extent, and duration of the relationship, preventing her employer from taking urgently needed action to protect the welfare and best interests of a highly vulnerable patient, the Victorian Civil and Administrative Tribunal said in its ruling on Thursday.
There's a lot of information we're missing on this, so we've kind of tailored
exactly how it happened.
The mental patient on how we wanted him to be.
One slick son of a bitch. That's what he is. So, Ms. Stratton was aware of the vulnerability of the patient who was diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. He thinks he's Sean Connery. Chronic suicide.
That would be absolutely hilarious.
Oh, man, that would be great.
Yeah.
Chronic suicidal ideation with self-harming behaviors. Okay, so if he's got self-harming behaviors, you had to have known that when you were going to end things with him, that he was going to go to self-harming behaviors.
Yeah.
So either you're a victim completely here, or you just throw caution to the wind and you don't care about anything. I can change him. I can heal his mind.
Yeah, this whole institute is here for nothing.
Yeah. My God, they're going to make a movie about us, baby. You're like, what are you doing? So, 6 months later, you still haven't gotten a job.
He's still not out of here.
Yeah, I really thought this would be over by now. So after the board was notified of the conduct, the nurse described feeling trapped and terrified by his brilliant mind. Then why would you help him? Why would you go to and do the report with him if you were trapped and terrified?
I'm starting to just think this woman's an idiot. I'm trying to pronounce that word, idiot. There you go.
I just think that this person is a... Oh my God, did she pass out? What happened?
Yeah, I don't think this. I don't think she thinks things through.
No, she's definitely not a planner. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know. She feels trapped and terrified. I mean, it fits with my theory.
I mean, all she's feeling trapped and terrified by is the fact that the whole world knows.
Yeah, don't you hate it now that words are kind of expanded beyond their... Like, if they were more accurate, we would know what she meant. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's a shame. So she described her fear that the patient would self-harm as the reason she continued the relationship, and after she ceased it, she said she continued phone contact because she was afraid of what might happen.
She's got to be a moron.
I could see herself like being in a horrible situation and then trying to just get herself out of this. But the only thing that doesn't make sense to me is the guy going to the manager and ratting on her. Why would he do that if she's the one that ended it? That's not what ex-boyfriends do, unless he's trying to get revenge on her.
Yeah, he could be getting her in trouble.
All right, guys do that.
Yeah. So I wouldn't put it past the
split
idea
personality.
Of it. Yeah, no, that's really pushing it. I could just see someone being vengeful and being like, "Well, I know this will ruin her career."
Borderline personality disorder. Women will sleep with anything. You guys have become men. Congratulations.
Borderline personality disorder is pretty common.
Chronic suicidal ideation and self-harming behaviors. I mean, it's got to be somewhat severe, otherwise you wouldn't be in the...
Yeah, that has to be severe.
In the medical center.
Yeah.
Right?
I'd agree with that.
Yet you guys are now... You have finally crossed over to being as horrible as men.
Definitely this nurse. I don't know. I like I said, I think nurses that happen to do this, or doctors, people in charge of care, I think they get a weird savior disorder, and then...
That's a savior complex?
Yeah.
She should have known about that in her schooling.
Yeah, she probably does.
That'd be terrifying.
The question is, did she
she
go
just
into
likes the
knowing?
feeling? Yeah. That's another form of addiction. Knowing that what it is, and knowing that it
is harmful.
And it's happening to you right now, and you're going, I know exactly what this is, but I'm going to choose to deny it.
Yeah.
I guess that's most addiction. Anyways. Yeah. Let's see here. So the tribunal rejected her explanation, And this made her unsuitable for mental health nursing, so they revoked her. Good job. But it accepted that she deeply regrets what happened. That's just them throwing her a small bone.
Yeah.
They go, all right, we're going to take your job.
She did say she was sorry.
They go, all right, she deeply regrets it. Get out of here. So don't have sex with anybody anymore on the way out. So in her evidence, she described her conduct as horrible, utterly atrocious behavior that she thinks about every day and can't forgive herself for.
Well.
They did some kinky stuff.
Well, I think it's also she just feels the weight of it because she got fired.
Well, you know how guys say crazy chicks are great in bed?
I've heard the saying.
Well, maybe crazy dudes are great in the padded room. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, that's a could be a saying for that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Great. So, let's see here. The nurse who now works as a midwife was found to have engaged in professional misconduct for breaching professional boundaries and providing false and misleading information. I just tripped and fell my entire way through that sentence.
I'm actually very nervous for her being a midwife.
Yeah.
I would, as the pregnant female,
inviting
this lady into my home, I would not feel comfortable with it if I knew.
Who just slept with a crazy man?
Yeah. She's going to go after my husband.
I'm not really sure what's in the duties of a midwife, to be completely.
It's to help the lady get prepped for having a baby, and also teaching them some stuff. And it's supposed to be a very natural process. You
assist in childbirth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Good explanation. You were spot on.
Yeah.
Okay. More babysitter. Yeah. Babysitter would be terrifying.
Yeah, she couldn't resist. Not this broad.
But midwife, I feel like you're only there part of the time.
Maybe just become a vet.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Elephants. So that way there's no choice. So she was suspended for 3 months and has training and monitoring conditions placed on her registration to be reviewed in 12 months. Man, she probably lied about her past job to get the job as a midwife. You can't be like, well, why'd you get fired? Oh, well, I slept with Joker.
Either that or she's at very low base income.
Right.
So, they had to be getting something out of this deal.
Yeah, so the breaches evident here are serious matters for any nurse or health profession. Nobody cares about this stuff. It's not the story.
Yeah, it's the hospital's
it's
disclaimer.
The hospital's disclaimer. Whatever they're trying to say. Nobody ever cares.
Yeah, we
what
know
they
you
say.
guys care about your image.
Yeah, exactly. You don't give a rat's tuchus.
Mm-hmm.
It was you probably put it into a book and are teaching it to students right now as we speak.
Most likely. That was definitely my guess as well.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That is what I thought. Alrighty, let's see. Well, let's keep it going. Let's move on to the next story, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Nice. We're going back to our favorite state.
Florida.
That is correctamundo.
Country of the rednecks.
That's right. And the sexy bikini-clad men. So, exonerated Florida man who spent 33 years in prison arrested again for attempted murder.
Ooh. Interessante. Continue.
So, an exonerated Florida man who was sprung from prison after wrongfully serving 33 years is back behind bars for attempted murder, authorities said. Edward Clayton Taylor, 57, was tearful and jubilant last month after a judge tossed his conviction. First of all, 33 years is a long time.
Right.
We haven't even been alive for 33 years.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden he's thrown back in.
Ugh.
He did Monte Cristo'd it.
He counted Monte Cristo'd?
Mm-hmm.
Well, he didn't break out.
No, I guess not. But he survived that long to get out.
That's fair.
To what it sounds like, go after a person again.
Oh, yeah, a little bit of revenge.
Maybe.
Well, here, let's think
Either
about
that or he is just super unlucky. Or he makes a lot of threats to people.
or he was wrongfully placed in prison for 33 years, and those 33 years in prison had more of an impact on his life than the 21 years that he was in prison, and so now he's a different man who, when he gets out, is playing by a whole different set of rules.
I could totally see that. All right. We've got our spreadsheet of settings.
Of theories.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so where was I? I'll just start this over. Edward Clayton Taylor, 57, was tearful and jubilant last month after a judge tossed his conviction for raping a 4-year-old girl in 1986 after his attorneys fought the conviction for more than a decade. You're either horrible or this was the worst thing that ever happened to you.
Yeah, I choose to remain silent.
Yeah, I either don't care about any of your problems, or I think you've had one of the most tragic lives.
Yeah, I don't know.
Opposed to being a 4-year-old girl who has something like that happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
So, but he now faces the prospect of another lengthy prison term after police said he shot a man during a dispute this week. Another dispute. What's with all these disputes? So Taylor's heartbroken mother,
Oh, I bet.
said he quickly sank back into risky associations after his release. So
Probably all he's known, like you said.
Well, for the last 33 years, he's not going to feel comfortable around like a average Joe.
Yeah.
He's not going to feel comfortable around, and it's going to suck. And at 57, it's like, well, my life was taken from me.
Mm-hmm.
But does she mean that he sank back quickly into risky associations, meaning like prison people who've been to prison? Or does she mean that when he was 21, he was already hanging out with a risky group?
I think when he was 21.
Because a
he
mom
was already
wouldn't
doing it. Yeah, I don't think she would know about
the prison people
Yeah.
she hang out.
Well,
mom
she
probably
couldn't
did.
wrong him for it because that's all that's there in prison.
Right. So you don't go, you're hanging out with some risky people. She goes, Mom, it's prison.
Yeah.
They're all risky people.
I need someone to talk to.
Here's some lunch money. No, I'll get shanked for it. Keep it. Sounds horrible. So, oh my God, I am so numb. I am just numb, she told the Florida Times Union. I don't know what to say. I fought so long to get him home. Something he did not do, and he came out and spent this much time with obviously the wrong people. That's tough, Mom. That's got to be brutal.
Yeah, that's what I couldn't imagine getting that news.
Just being like on cloud 9 6 months ago,
Mm-hmm.
and then it'd feel kind of like you were just like in a good dream, and now the nightmare's back.
Yeah.
Ugh, that's brutal.
Too good to last.
Yep. So the incident in Jacksonville Beach, which was caught on camera, yep, you're going away, and police found bullet holes in Taylor's car during an attempt to question him about the shooting. Okay.
He shot towards his own car?
No, it was a shootout, maybe. I don't know.
Shootout. Okay.
That's what I'm assuming. Nobody shoots towards their own car.
Yeah.
So cops said the video showed Taylor walking toward the victim and blasting him in the chest. Nope, that sounds like...
He shot towards his own car.
Yep, as he attempted to flee, several males pulled out guns and began shooting at his car.
Ah.
There we go.
There it is.
Police said the damage to Taylor's vehicle was consistent with what took place in the video. So let's see this. Let me think about this. So he comes up, blasts a guy in the chest.
Mm-hmm.
Guy goes down. Other people come out of a car and start shooting at his car. But where is he?
I'm picturing him coming out, seeing this guy. He's heading towards his car. And this guy is in between him and his car. Shoots him. Then all the other people come out behind him. He runs straight for his car, takes off.
Okay. So as he attempted to flee, several males pulled out guns. Taylor was I read that already. Taylor was denied being the gunman in the incident and has denied being the gunman and has requested. For some reason, that word always gets me. Requested. There you go. An attorney. Cop said the lifelong Florida resident was originally granted parole in 2019 before his conviction was tossed entirely last month. Never mind, it's just every word with a Y in it. I apparently have Zero skill with the letter Y. So, in these 3 years since his release, the CIR thoroughly investigated the matter and discovered evidence that had not been disclosed to Taylor's defense, the agency said in a statement. So this is them defending or why his case got thrown out.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that sounds like a good reason why he had a mistrial.
Well, no. He didn't have a mistrial.
Well, it got thrown out.
Right, after the 33 years he spent.
Exactly.
So this failure, in conjunction with other errors and the victim's recantation, informed the state's decision to consent to Taylor's post-conviction motion. We stand by the CIR's work in that case, which can be found here. That's a link. Stupid. But anyways, so what they're trying to say is the defense or the prosecutors failed to bring forward evidence, or the defense failed to bring forward evidence that would have exonerated him.
Yeah.
And they didn't have DNA is another thing, too. So Taylor was arrested at age 21 after a neighbor's 4-year-old child tested positive for gonorrhea and later indicated that he had abused her during a sleepover. That's a pretty bad way. So, but the Innocence Project lobbied for his release beginning in 2010, asserting that the confused child was vague in her accusations and that there was no DNA evidence linking her to Taylor.
Yeah.
So who knows?
Can you get gonorrhea without sex?
Yeah, toilet seats, stuff like that.
Yeah, that seems like quite a jump they made.
Yeah, but that's fair. Well, I guess what they're trying to say is it doesn't prove him innocent, but it does prove him not guilty.
Yeah, they didn't have enough legitimate evidence to really convict him.
Right. So they had to throw it out. Yeah. Well, anyways, let's not end it on a 4-year-old rape accusation.
Yeah.
Or actual rape with a false accusation. Who knows? So let's go to the happiest place on the earth. Where's that?
I thought it was this last place, Florida again.
That's correct. But where specifically in Florida?
Disney World.
That's damn right.
Yeah.
So Florida man allegedly poses as Disney employee to steal $10,000 Star Wars R2-D2 replica.
You know, I kind of want to applaud him.
Yeah. I'm not, as a Star Wars fan, and as a Disney, not a huge fan of Disney.
Not a huge fan.
Love Star Wars, hate Disney.
Just what it's become.
Yeah, it's just like a conglomerate.
Yeah.
It's of fun. They're trying to conglomerate fun, and there's nothing fun about conglomerate. Not even the word is fun. It's difficult. No. It sounds like I have a nasally, phlegm, stuffy nose.
Oh yeah, just you instantly feel like you're in a stuffy boardroom meeting.
Yeah, it's the conglomerate. Ugh. Those letters should never have been in that order. Anyways.
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like the place where magic is born anymore.
No, because it's not born, it's manufactured. And you can feel that. So, we're hoping to get a sponsorship, by the way. So the police force is strong with this one. So a Florida man allegedly posed as a Disney World employee and stole a $10,000 replica of the Star Wars character R2-D2 in a bizarre attempt to get hired as a security guard, according to police who arrested him.
Huh.
Yeah, good on you. Everybody trusts a security guard.
I think he should have just stolen it and gotten away with it. Because what I'm wondering is he stole it, they had no idea who did it, and then he comes back and he's like, hey guys, this is how good I am. Hire me as a security guard.
Oh, is that what he was trying to do?
Yeah, that's what he said.
Oh, yeah. He stole a $10,000. That's
so he
crazy.
didn't even want it.
No. It's a good move, though.
Yeah.
How hard is it to get...
I would have just kept it.
How hard is it to get hired as a security guard at Star Wars?
Or Disney.
Yeah, or at Disney. I guess the security guards are like stormtroopers. So, David Emerson Proudfoot, that's a great last name, 44 of Kissimmee, is accused of sporting a bogus name tag and vest in order to slip into Disney World's Swan Hotel in Bay Lake, Florida, and swipe the famous droid, according to an arrest affidavit. Proudfoot, more like Silent Foot, who was arrested for grand theft on Monday, also snatched a game machine from the hotel, according to police. That was just for him. That had nothing to do with trying to get hired.
Bet you it's Terminator.
That'd be a big one to steal.
It would be.
But he has R2-D2 to pull it for him, so what are you going to do? So Proudfoot allegedly told cops he took the cosmically cool robot likeness to show weakness in the security of the resorts. This is Dwight Howard. This is Dwight Schrute.
Yeah, he recently watched that movie with the Rocky guy. What's his name?
The Rocky guy. Oh, Breakout?
No.
Prison Break?
Yeah, Prison Break.
Yeah.
And he's like, nah, he can get away with it in this.
This will be my job too. But only for resorts. Because prisons sound like hell. That would be a hell of a job though, wouldn't it? Just to go out of like resorts and cruises and just be like, try to steal stuff and be like, done. Try to break as many rules as you can. You know they probably have to hire somebody like that.
Yeah. He made the mistake of coming forward afterwards.
Yeah.
Or they caught him right away.
Yeah.
It's not as good as he actually claimed to be.
Yeah. So after applying to be a guard at Disney World. So he applied to be a guard. Okay. So police were first called to the hotel on May 31st after actual security guards reported seeing Proudfoot pushing a large cart and appearing confused, according to the affidavit posted in full.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Never look confused.
Yeah. So he was allegedly sporting a high-visibility orange work vest, especially when you've got one of those on. That looks bad. And a Walt Disney World issued name tag with David written on it. He used his real name.
If you're not confident enough to pull off a fake name, use your own. Just no last name.
Yeah. That is pretty. Yeah. I guess it's like when Ethan. When the black guy from Mission Impossible in the third one used Ethan Hunt's real last name. Ethan! You remember that?
Yeah.
He shouldn't have done that.
Rookie mistake.
Almost got his wife killed.
Yeah, that's true.
So cops later searched Proudfoot's home and found thousands of dollars worth of items that had been swiped from Disney World, including light fixtures, a wooden towel cabinet, and a gold necklace. So he's been doing this for a while.
So they were actually smart and not actually giving him the job of security guard.
Yeah, he would have just stole more stuff.
Yeah, he never wanted to be a security guard.
No, that was just his...
Because if not, this has been a long plan coming.
I can't secure anything. I can steal stuff. You want me to go over to, cripes, DC, see what they're up to? I can steal stuff for you there. Corporate espionage? I think this guy has a future. Anyways, stealing at the world's happiest place. I can't believe
he probably had, stolen at the end of it 20,000 stuff.
20,000 stuff?
$20,000.
It's like 20,000 stuff. No, that movie that I'm in, where I'm breaking out of prison. 20,000 stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, probably close to $20,000 worth. He's being held on bail on $10,000. So it's at least,
Yeah, maybe they can't prove everything.
Portion. Right. He goes, that was my 400 pounds of toilet paper. They're like, it's got Mickey on it. He goes, well, those have Minnie, so those are mine.
Just a very specific kleptomaniac.
Yeah, only Disney oriented. Maybe he's got a vendetta against Disney.
I wouldn't, I would believe it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, there we go. She does, guys. She believes it. That's a great way.
Yeah.
We're going to end it there with you agreeing with me. Perfect. Alrighty, guys. Well, thank you for listening to a fantastic episode of Sheep. And as always,
stay classy out there, everyone.
there you go.